welcome back. I'm coming to you from my bed. Yeah, okay, that's because this is where my mornings start. So I wanted to come from a really honest place, and I wanted to talk to you about what company I joined, what other companies exist, all of that like mumble jumble in your head about entrepreneurship and how to kind of like vibe it into one place, and some tips that a lot of people just don't talk about. So hopefully you saw my before and my after of the difference that my life had from when I was in corporate finance to my job now. It's a stark contrast, and it's also the reason why you got to keep going for your goals. Is if you don't keep going for them, nobody else is going to give them to you or do them for you. You have to work for it. So some people are going to say like, oh, I tried something but I failed at it, or I wanted to do my own company but I was afraid. And the truth is that you have to go through those processes because they make you stronger, smarter, and they make you successful at some point. If you keep going and learning all the skills that you need to learn, you will be successful. So we call it failing forward. It's okay to have those like negative or bad experiences. All it is teaching you how to be successful in the future. Lots and lots of people are going to tell you that they had like an unsuccessful business at some point in their life. There was like Colonel Sanders, he had the KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe. He had to show that recipe for over 1,000 times before he had his recipe accepted and he could get the funding to make his business. Oprah Winfrey, she was told she was unfit for television. I would call that failing forward. She was like fired from her job, told she was unfit for television, but kept going. The Harry Potter series, she went through a divorce, she was a single mom, she had to show that to like 20 some plus book, the people who approve the books, book publishers, before she had Harry Potter accepted and somebody said, yeah, I think this is going to be a really good book. So if she would have given up at 5 tries, if she would have given up at 10 tries, she wouldn't be in the place she is now. She had to go for like 20 plus tries. So just think about that. Keep that in the back of your head as you're going for your dreams. You really have to keep failing forward until you find your niche, until you find the spot that you need to land in. And once you find the spot you need to land in, it will feel so, so, so good, and you'll have a similar before and after story. So that's really important. Like I said, at the time I was, I didn't know I was looking for something to necessarily do. I was just prepared. So take those like important steps and prepare your mind for maybe what could fall in your lap. And the universe often kind of gives you those clues. So I was sitting at home watching, I was scrolling Facebook, I'm pretty sure, and a video came up and it was of this lipstick. And of course, if you've seen the videos of this lipstick, some of them are like a Chinese knockoff brand now, and the real ones are the one that I work for. So the company is called Senegence. It's a vegan skincare and makeup brand, and basically they solve problems. So the lipstick doesn't smudge off, so like it stays on no matter what I do. If I eat, if I kiss my kids. And I wasn't a huge makeup person, which everybody can attest to. However, when you are in a rut, so I had 2 kids, pregnant with my 3rd, you don't feel beautiful, and you see something that's going to solve your problems, aka I could wear lipstick all day and it's not going to come off of my kids, and the makeup stays on, and the skincare, it was vegan, cruelty-free, GMO-free, made in North America, crossed off all those check boxes. Then I was like, well, it would be fun to like sell something or do something, or maybe make that extra $500 a month like I was talking about. So I kind of looked into the business a little further, and these are the things that people don't tell you to check. I wasn't okay with an auto ship. It's okay if you are. I wasn't okay with it. I wasn't okay with having to do, with the word have to, basically. If anyone said you have to, it was not vibing with me. So look out for words that you don't want to hear. I didn't want to have to do a party if I didn't want to. I didn't want to have to do Instagram or have a website or use my personal life or friends and family if I didn't have to. Like all those things that you don't vibe with, you can say no to. You can look at as many opportunities as you want, and one of them might eventually say yes to you. I also didn't want anything that had like low profits. I didn't want anything that I couldn't exit easily. I didn't want anything that couldn't be profitable very quickly. So I looked for a lot of things, including the history of the company, which is something that nobody talks about. So I wanted it to have a long history. I wanted it to be debt-free, and I wanted to know a little bit more about who started the company and where they were going with the company. Because you might hear of a lot of companies that start up and kind of disappear really quickly or fall off the face of the planet because they weren't set up very well or debt ridden or whatever it was. So things to look for is the history of the company, the profitability, the minimums, the quotas, the things that you're expected to do, the must-dos, and then the products. Obviously the products has to align with you. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, so vegan, cruelty-free, all that stuff was really important to me. And then if the product worked, it was a no-brainer. No-brainer. So that's the company that I joined. Having said that, I want you to know about all of the different options that exist as an entrepreneur. There's a ton. I'm going to give you kind of like top 5. So the first one would be to own your own business. And what you need to remember about owning your own business is you need to set it up as a business from the beginning. So you probably need a mentor or a coach. You need an accountant. You need tracking systems. You need to set up your like whatever systems, the onboarding or coaching or online website, whatever systems that you need. You have to treat it like a business. You do have to expect quite a bit of overhead, especially in the first year. Setting up your own business, it sounds like it's going to be dreamy and easy, but it's often not. You might need equipment, just depends on the business that you're doing, but I have a ton of friends who own their own businesses and they do amazing. So a huge fan to those who start their own businesses. It's very empowering, but it also is a lot of work and you have to be ready to delegate and start hiring when you're ready to hire. So it's a daunting task, but it's very rewarding and you own the whole company when you're done with it. So that's one option. Another one is like virtual assisting. So because the media space is so online now, or like the business space is so online now, everyone kind of needs a secret, like handy employee in their back pocket. So a virtual assistant kind of does all of the back end stuff for people. It could be social media posting, it could be the accounting, it could be books, it could be fulfilling orders, it could be a whole array of things. But you get paid basically by the hour or by the project. So there's a few ways to set it up, but virtual assistants are like highly needed in the marketplace right now. So that's a really popular one. Affiliate marketing is another one. It's awesome. You basically have to set up some sort of funnel, meaning you have to bring cold market traffic or people you don't know into a system and have them look at it and try to convince them to take this product, and you get paid a percentage of that product. So let's say you're affiliate marketing for courses, or maybe you were doing beauty products off of Amazon. You would send them a specific link that was attached to your name, and if they clicked that link and purchased from that link, then they would send you money for it. So it's kind of brilliant because you don't have to do anything or own anything. You can set it up pretty passively, but you're always going to be working at it, and you don't have a lot of control over it until you've really finessed that funnel. So it's also a little bit difficult one. If anyone ever says like, just plug into our system and you hardly have to do anything, that's a red flag to me, because there's always going to be work and your personal touch and potentially like videos or customer service. There's always going to be something behind the scenes that you are going to be doing. So if anyone uses the word like easy, run the other way. Another one is drop shipping. So this one's great because you don't have inventory. And when I was talking about you have that perfect business model and you don't have any overhead, any inventory, drop shipping is like setting up a company and somebody else picks up the item for you and sends it to your customer directly. It sounds dreamy. It is very hard to do because you have to set up like a very amazing, fast, secure, like well-marketed, crazy good marketing to have a successful drop shipping company, because somebody has to go on, click, buy it, and then you can send it to them, and you want really high profit margins when you do drop shipping. So a great space to do that from would be probably Instagram, maybe Pinterest. It's a little underutilized right now, but it's like nothing for I would say a startup business. I'd say you want to be pretty comfortable with like online, with marketing, with business, with that kind of stuff, but just know it exists. And then direct sales. So there's MLM and there's direct sales. Multi-level marketing is where you make your money off of like building a team per se. Direct sales, actually, you can make great money from selling something, and then there also is a team component to it if you want. So they're actually different. Not a lot of people know that. They're not what are they called? Pyramid schemes, whatever people call them now. A pyramid scheme is illegal, and that's when people take your money and kind of move your money around and promise you things and then send you money, and then some people don't get money at the end. So that's illegal in every country, so you can't do that. But if you are selling a good or a product, then you are buying it at a discount, you are selling it at a wholesale price, and you make the difference. So that's like a really, really great option for business. The cool part about these ones is they're already set up for you. So you don't have to do a lot of the marketing, the branding. It's an inexpensive startup. You can exit quite easily. You don't have to have like the whole company on your shoulders. There's other people who are making the products for you. There's just some brilliance to it being in existence already, and to have that like support system and training and events. So much to learn from a company like that. So a lot of people will say they still had a really good experience even if they didn't do amazing with it. But same thing, it's going to take work. You have to have consistency in it, and you do have to treat it like a business, and you don't just want to go online and have to like throw it on your wall and hope everyone buys it. You really have to be cognizant and strategic about how you're doing it so that it aligns with your values and it turns into a real sustainable thing. So I wanted my sustainable. I didn't want to be bothering. I didn't even tell my friends and family about what I was doing. I basically went online and looked for real customers, and I do events where I look for real customers and I treat it exactly like a business. If friends or family want it, I'm so happy that they do, and I give them the exact same, if not better, customer service, because I'm very aware that I want to be able to go out for dinner with my friends or my family and not have to talk about what I do or sell them something or have an ulterior motive. Whereas I know people have like that negative feeling about direct sales, because that's what people do, is they kind of like throw it all over their wall and try to convince you to do something and bring you over, and they think you want to hang out with them, but they turned it into a party or whatnot. So I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind, that you don't have to do it that way, that it can be done a really, really, really good feeling way, aligned with your goals, aligned with your values, aligned with the way you want to, do your business. So it's really important. Some things to look for is that you're going to be supported. Doesn't matter what business you choose. Do you have some support system? How are you going to get profitable? Do you have like this is how many things I have to sell each month, or this is how I get to my goal, and this is how I'm going to track it, kind of set up? Do you have training? So is there a way for you to get some sort of training or coaching or mentorship that's going to help you be successful right away? Is it your business, or are you joining somebody else's team? Please keep that in mind. You want to set up your business. You don't want to have to convince people to join a team, or have someone convince you to join a team. It's not about a team. It's about you having your own independent entrepreneurial business. And then things like what you don't want to do or don't have to do. Keep those in mind. Whatever they are to you, they got to feel good to you. So day in the life of my business is kids in the background all the time. I have 3 kids, so it's always a little bit busy, but it's worked out really well. My income goal after 500 ended up being $2,000 a month. And the reason why it was exactly $2,000 a month is because that was the amount that we would be short if my husband took paternity leave. So I wanted to have this 3rd baby, and I wanted my husband to go on paternity leave so I would have some support at home. So he's actually outside right now cleaning the car or doing something for our house. Baby's sleeping, and the 2 kids are entertaining themselves. So that's kind of like a totally normal morning or event on paternity leave. Here's the big thing you got to remember though. Your day is going to look like your day. It will not look like anyone else's day. So anybody else could walk you through their day and it will not look like your day. You just get to get that idea of how their day flows and how you would want yours to flow. So this is how mine goes. I wake up here. This is where I wake up. My phone is off. Like, I turn it onto airplane mode. Hey, Cohen. Cohen, can you close the door for me, bud? Thank you. Sorry, it's just a little loud. So I turn it on airplane mode, and then I'll turn it on and I'll just make sure there's no like red flag, fiery, important things that pop up on my phone to do. I'll usually, right now my husband likes to bring me smoothies in bed because he wakes up before I do. So if he makes everyone a smoothie, he brings me one, which is super, super nice and not expected. But if you want to put in breakfast served in bed as one of your goals, that's a great goal to have. And then I'll kind of get up, get dressed, get ready. Maybe if I'm hungry, I'll grab some food, but usually a smoothie ties me over for the morning. And then my best working time is the morning. So I like to get like at least 2 things done off my list. So always have a list, always be like have an idea of those top things that you need to get done. I'll try to get 2 or 3 things done. I'll try to clear all my emails, clear all my messages, maybe prep a post or 2, like just depends on what I have listed that week. And then I usually spend the afternoon just with the family. So we'll go play. The other day we went swimming for 2 hours. We can go for walks. We will go do errands, appointments, whatever it is. If I have nothing booked in the afternoon, it's pretty much free time. I usually pick up my daughter from school at that time. My husband preps dinner. Sometimes I'll help. So that all gets done. And then when the kids go down at 7 o'clock, let's say, that's when I am back at work. So I'll go back online, make sure I'm fulfilling any orders, taking care of customer service, maybe training myself. I'll open up a video, something to watch to learn something about product knowledge, or maybe I'll go on and train someone about something or do some coaching. So it just depends. It looks a little bit different every day. Every week we go to the ski hill one day. So one day a week I don't work at all. Sundays I don't work because I have church and family things going on. So I get to really plan it around my life. And if I need to drop anything, I can drop it like this. So that's a big game changer for me, because one of the things that did not vibe with me when I worked in corporate was asking for time off and having to get it approved. So the process I had to go through would be emailing in the dates and times that I wanted to be off work and having them approve it or disapprove it. And that was not okay with me. I was not okay with not being able to be in control of the time off that I wanted or needed to take. That's insane to me. That just jived really strongly with me. That led me to want to be more entrepreneurial and have more freedom and have more time. It might be different for you. But if you have that, underlying feeling that you need to do something or try something or see what else you can do on the side to supplement or get ahead or get out of debt, whatever your real goal is, hopefully this video is going to really help you and inspire you to do that. And the most important thing I can leave you with is that your business is only going to grow at the same rate as your self-development grows. So if you aren't self-developing right now, if you aren't making your mindset stronger to overcome those ups and downs on that graph that I showed you about entrepreneurship, that graph is real. You have highs and you have lows all the time. But if you can get this mind strong, it's not as steep of ups and downs. It's a little bit more curvy and a little bit more centered, which is where you want to be. You want to feel really consistent and strong in your business so that when you wake up, you aren't questioning yourself and worried all the time. It happens, but if you can work on self-developing yourself, your business is going to be self-developing at the same pace. You can't out-self-develop your business's pace. So you need to be working on business books, marketing books, sales books, relationship books, positivity, any of those things that you kind of maybe lack at or aren't strong at. That's where I would start. Start watching motivational videos on YouTube for free, TED Talks, anything that's gonna really inspire you and help you with your business, you can start doing today, even if it's a business you do 5 years from now. So start doing that today. If you can self-develop yourself, I promise you, you will find the right thing faster and it will be more successful. I promise you that. So I'll leave you with this because I don't want to be too long, but if you have absolutely any questions, just hit reply, send me a reply. Last year, the few months that I started, it was October to this date, actually today. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So 7 months, our team, so the people who I work with, we did $420,000 US in sales. And the following 12 months, so that April 1st to this April 1st, we did $2.3 million. So that puts us all together collectively in the top half of 1% of the company. So next video, I'm going to talk to you about 1% of salaries and income and kind of the ideal situation that you might want to be in one day financially and how I can help you with that. So look for the next video, probably in the next day or 2 maximum, because I'm just creating these as I go. It's super fun to do that way. and I just want to be of help to you guys. So if you have any questions, if you want anything answered, just hit reply and I'll include it in the next video. But hopefully this helps you get really like excited and maybe giddy about some ideas that you have. And if you have any questions, I'll be here to answer them for you, okay? Have a great day, bye!